Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
There is a moment in your life when you decide to truly live. To take that trip you've always wanted. I see now what I've been looking for. A feeling of belonging. A belonging to nature. This is a place where people in nature live in harmony. This is my Alaska story. What will yours be?
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
I'm Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Mental health makes me a better person and athlete just because whenever my mind is clear, I perform so much better. So mental health for me is the priority because it controls everything in your body and it gives you the chance to be the best physically you can be.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
Home run! Getting underway. This is it. They have to score here. Here's a shot to the right
side. Well, we're back for game 2 here at the show. Northwestern and Faulkner, as it's going to go a ways to be as good as our first game. On court A, it was Oakland City a winner 95-73 in their first game. 75-63 in Oakland, and it was Ave Maria winning big time in game 1. Game 2 kind of gets us warmed up a little bit. We do 2 today, and I don't know if I always say Ernie Banks said, let's play 2. So we're doing 2 today. We got 5 tomorrow. And a lot of great, if you're in the Kingsport area, it doesn't cost you a lot of money.
Nope.
And you can literally see some of the best college basketball in the country.
Certainly. I mean, we saw just before this Ave Maria, a team that's ranked number 8 in the nation, come into that game undefeated, now 10-0. This game here, Northwestern College, number 16 in the nation in the NAIA, playing against Faulkner, a team that's 5-2 on the year so far. So some really good basketball to be certain.
And we've only just begun. 20 games total that will close out Sunday. The 11th year that they have done this in Kingsport, Tennessee. And some sort of issue that we're pulling the teams back. And we're holding on for just a second. Starting lineups for Northwestern. You have Hammonds, Booth, Langsy, Reed, and Van Kausman. For Faulkner, you have Jordan Turner Daly. You have Rogers, Thomas, Rivera, and Vogel, as we're going to get and test it out and see what we're going here. As we're looking at Northwestern, you have Jesse Van Calabeek at an incredible 31.9 points per game. Holy smokes, he's gonna be something, and he's not all they got. Jalen Lange at 27.7, and Manny Hammonds at 10. Pardon me, 10.6. Whatever problem it was, it looks like we've got it rectified. And KJ Rogers for Faulkner goes at 27.6 a game. So there's going to be some offense here.
I will tell you, before we get going in this one, Northwestern, a team that loves the post. They love to go to the post. And Van Kalsbeek, being the 31.9 points per game scorer, he is a monster down low.
Looking forward to watching this one as we are underway. And an early three, that is from downtown, and is no good by Green. As we're just started, 19 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half, and we have a takeaway. You're getting away with maybe a double dribble there. The baseline shot is up and no good. I do not see notations in the uniform, so I'm gonna Brendan, Faulkner is which side?
Faulkner is in black.
Thank you.
Faulkner is in black, Northwestern is in white with the red trim.
Normally you can see on the uniform. I'm going to give this. I had 2 eye surgeries in October, so I don't trust my eyeballs totally. They're better than they were. As that is Northwestern with the ball. It goes in the low blocks and is taken away. As driving is Thomas, gets it back outside to KJ Rogers. Long three-point shot is up and no good on the rebound. Comes down to Glenn. We work at the paint and we have a steal. And driving, shooting, and scoring. And finally, as it is KJ Rogers that finally gets us going and scoring for Faulkner.
And Jalen Langsey for Northwestern just committed a illegal screen for the Red Raiders, so turning the ball back over to Faulkner, as Northwestern, a really slow start, a team that typically pretty strong offensively, have not had their way so far with Faulkner.
Vogel works the ball inside, and powering his way to the bucket is Rivera. And that's just literally bullying your way to the basket there.
Yeah, strong move to the bucket by Gabriel Rivera, using his brawn to go through the defense and go to the bucket, and he does draw the foul and 2 free throw attempts.
Rivera at the free throw line. Now a 3-0 ball game. Rivera is a 64.7% free throw shooter, and it is 4-0. Faulkner, and you're a little bit surprised at the start of this thing?
Certainly surprising. Northwestern at number 16 in the nation coming into this one.
And a shot blocked there by Vogel of Faulkner. It's back outside. The open shot is going to be no good by Rivera. And Northwestern comes down, still trying to get their first point of the ball game. Good ball movement, the open 3, and that misses badly by Hammond. Manny Hammond with the miss. And Northwestern having a little trouble getting out of the gate. They're not quite averaging what Ave Maria did in game number 1, but they are, no, I take that back. They're better. Got my glasses fixed, I can actually see this stuff. 96 points a ball game is what Northwestern is averaging. Free throw line, we got KJ Rogers, who misfires on that one, 2 of 3 at the line for Rogers.
Could just be them getting used to the new floor. They've never played on this floor before. That could be part of it, but definitely not normal to see them struggle this poorly at the start of a contest.
3 of 4 at the line for KJ Rogers, and it's 5-0 Faulkner. And I do remember this, I think, from last year. The newer of these 2 floors at Kingsport, I think it's this one, is made of a rather new type of material. So, I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, it's state-of-the-art stuff, but it could take a little bit to get used to.
That's definitely possible, and these teams not used to this floor either. I mean, with it being a throwdown floor the way that it is, it's not something that they are accustomed to playing on typically. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Northwestern as a team averaging 96 per game. They haven't scored in the first 2 minutes and 51 seconds in this contest, which is certainly out of the ordinary.
That's stunning. But that also changes that as Van Kalsbeek puts the first points on the board. And I could see what you mean by being a beast and going to the bucket. From downtown, Vogel says we can do it outside and inside. And it's 8-2, Faulkner with an early advantage here in game 2.
Good start by the Eagles. They played strong defense, and they've also scored it well on their end.
Hammond misfires there for Northwestern from downtown. Faulkner, the underdog in this one, but not chopped liver themselves. They've got a good ball club and are playing well. And some shake and bake move there by KJ Rogers. Misfires there. Northwestern with a rebound on the outlet. Driving strong to the bucket. That is up and in by Hammond. And it is 8-4, 16 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first half, and things starting to settle in. This time it's no good from Vogel downtown, and coming down with the rebound, Van Kalsbeek for Northwestern. Open 3. Now, I'll tell you what, they cannot buy a bucket early as Reed misfires there.
Yeah, they can't buy a distance shot. They're 0 for 5. So
yeah. Well, you know the only way to go is up.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
8-4 Faulkner driving in the lane, off balance shot, and that's a good move by Gabriel Rivera. And it's 10-4. Faulkner up by 6. 15-20 to go here in the first half. That's a good back cut. And the score is up and in.
Yeah, great find by Van Holtzen on the back cut that time.
Cordes gets the bucket for Northwestern. Does Faulkner answer? Their three-point shot is no good, but coming down with the rebound is Northwestern, and that is a strong drive to the bucket. And it is Van Heltzen who scores again. And it is 10-8. So we're coming back to, I think, the mean of this, but Faulkner playing well early against a very good Northwestern squad of Iowa. And a block, but coming back.
Great play. Joe Webster, that's about as strong as you can be against two defenders.
He went through them. Webster went through them.
Yep, got his own rebound on the miss and then put it right back up and in.
12-8 the score.
Looks like we got a foul away from the ball. And it's going to end up being, I believe, substitutions coming in.
Couple of substitutions for Northwestern.
Yeah, Malachi Smith picked up the loose ball, or not loose ball, the foul away from the ball that time for Faulkner.
And there's an open three, and that's putting the biscuit in the basket by Booth. Caleb Booth putting it in. And it is 12-11. It's back to a one-point ball game.
Yeah, first long ball to go down so far for Northwestern, and I would guess you're going to see some more over the course of this one.
Van Kalsbeek brings it down for Northwestern. A chance for them to take the lead here. Works on the baseline. That's a pass.
Great feed.
And the score by Jesse Van Kalsbeek. And he is starting to line it up, and Northwestern takes their first advantage of the day.
Yeah, beautiful feed up top by Langsley that time. Just a great job misdirecting the defense. He was staring into the corner for an open shooter in the corner, but instead Van Kalsbeek cut the other direction, and he just dumped it off, no look, right underneath
I think the term you used was beast, and yeah. I believe it there definitely without a shadow of a doubt. Van Kalsbeek has it down. Comes on the near side to Cordes. Three-point shot, rims off, no good. Coming down with the rebound is number 4, Faulkner. Cutting in the lane, and I love the extra pass, but they cannot get it to fall. Maintain possession. That is up and no good by Rivera. Northwestern sets it up in a hurry. Crisp ball movement and a swish from Caleb Booth. Big run for Northwestern. They're up 16-12 over Faulkner. Timeout on the floor, I think. No, we're going to leave. We're going to leave it here. Whatever happened, they have certainly taken care of. The ball down across the timeline is Joe Webster. The fadeaway shot from his backside by KJ Rogers is no good, but he's going to get himself to the free throw line.
Yeah, Rogers smartly on that play. He went into Booth, and as Rogers was pulling the ball up, Booth slapped him across the wrist, and so he decided, let's shoot it while I pull the ball up, and that results in 2 free throws.
And that's Booth's second personal foul. And that is good by Rogers.
Yeah, that's important with that being the second foul on Booth already. He has been the top scorer for Northwestern with 6 points out of their 16 to this point. So a guy that Faulkner's going to want to keep going after here.
And that is both good by K.J. Rogers. It is a 16-14 contest now, 12:01 to go in the first half. That is Langsy. Big Hawk. They were seeing some good defense. Good defense here. But finally gets the floor reversed. The three-point shot is no good by Cordes. And that's knocked away. And coming hard in for Faulkner and going out of bounds hard was Levi White. And I think I'm glad I see why we're elevated here. If we would have been at floor level like we would have in the past time, we would have had a Levi White in our lap there.
We sure would have. And, you know, I think they may have taken out one of our cameras down there.
Well, we've got, I tell you what, Stephanie's done a good job today taking care of our directing, and she is going down. The scoreboard was taken out, which is right below us, and also one of the cameras. Is it good? Oh, I'd love the thumbs up. We got a thumbs up there. And it is Faulkner putting the basketball into play. Young lady, that was one of the best quick camera fixes I think I've ever seen. And I'm glad we're up here because that would have been us. And the shot is going to be no good by K.J. Rogers coming down with it. As Northwestern, they'll set it up. It is a 16-14 ball game. Swish. The three-pointer by Langsy makes it 19-14. Northwestern back up by 5. Is it going to answer? That goes all the way down and comes out as Rivera misfired on that for Faulkner. As going hard on the baseline is Brennan Reed. And it's like somebody flipped Northwestern's switch on.
Yeah, that, you know, I think early in a game like this, a new play, sometimes you come out a little slow. But they have really done the opposite of that here recently. They have come on really strong here. They've shot the ball well, rebounded, done everything well.
And that's a misfire from downtown, and coming out with a rebound is Bama. Works it down the other way, and that's going to go out of bounds off a very frustrated Brendan Reed, a sophomore out of Eldridge, Iowa. You see what these mean. And, you know, you're right. This is a different setting than you have at a normal NAIA contest. It is a convention center, and I love these tournaments and the people at Kingsport. As driving underneath, and that is Baba, who misfires. Good under the basket passing, and that is a yes. And one.
Great ball movement all around by Faulkner on that play.
I'm saying there's good ball movement on both squads
without
today.
a doubt. And Vogel, this is the second time he's really had a nice finish at the bucket, this time through contact, and earns that free throw to try to complete the three-point play.
Well, yeah, he is hit inside and outside now with his 2 buckets and a chance for he had a three-pointer. He gets an old-fashioned three-pointer there for 6 points on the afternoon, and it's 19-17, though it's getting pretty close to evening here, at least Eastern time. As Northwestern, one of the top-ranked teams in the country, has the basketball deflected. And going back and getting that one is Brendan Reed. Brendan Reed, and a foul is going to be called on Faulkner.
Yeah, Webster just reached in a little bit too far there and made contact with the arm of Reed.
That is his first personal foul. And it's back to a 2-point ball game, though, at 19-17. With 9:43 to go in the first, and another personal foul. So Faulkner picking up a couple of quick ones here. Micah Thomas gets his first personal foul. So you had 2 fouls called with actually no time coming off the clock.
Not what you want if you're Faulkner.
No. Strong drive and just outstanding passing. As that basketball is up and in, as that is Carter Van Hulsen who gets the bucket. And a block by Carter Van Hulsen. So he does it on both sides of the court.
You read what Vogel was doing there, saw him take that step forward, the jab into Van Hulsen, and takes care of it with the block on the fadeaway.
Ball movement, a strong move on the background while falling, gets the pass away. Open 3 near side, that rims off and is no good by Cordes. And coming down with the basketball is Faulkner, and bringing it up across the timeline, Joe Webster.
Yeah, I think Northwestern really getting good shots, the shots that they want now, and so that's at least a positive. They still are a little bit off from distance right now.
21-17, the lead is at 4. Fadeaway shot will be misfired, and that is no good by Langsy. So Faulkner a chance to get into a 1-possession game now. Clearing space, that's the way you do it. Clearing space is Webster. And Joe Webster, the redshirt sophomore, gets the 2. And it's 21-19. This is a 2-point ball game. And we got a barn burner going on here in game 2. Van Hulsen, the pocket is picked. And a great pass. And a very athletic play. It is up and in by K.J. Rogers. And we're knotted up at 21, and that's going to get Northwestern a timeout. 7 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first half. We are tied at 21. You are watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN. Well, we are back, tied at 21. Just saw the shot that we saw live on TV when our camera got knocked out. That's some of the top camera work anywhere. Faulkner with the steal, coast to coast, and the bucket. And once again, that is K.J. Rogers again for Faulkner. And they take the lead 23-21. This game's got some juice.
It sure does. Faulkner is putting up a huge fight here against Northwestern, and right now it's all Faulkner these last several possessions, and that's what led to that Northwestern timeout, but Faulkner hasn't let that change the momentum at all.
You ever wonder about these NAIA tournaments having some passion? My goodness, we see it here. You're not going to see any better basketball anywhere in the country than we're seeing today here in Kingsport. KJ Rogers, who has been a stud today, the basketball to Baba. Down under 10 on the shot clock. No good on the three-point shot. Porter's coming down with a rebound for Northwestern. Underneath a beautiful pass. As getting a couple of cracks at it is Corver. And finally it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Faulkner with the ball.
I'm not sure how that first layup by Corver did not go down. It bounced on every part
all
of
the
the
way.
rim.
It hit every part, and then went, no, I'm not going to do this.
But that was a great find by Van Kalsbeek, and unfortunately just couldn't get the assist because the finish wasn't there, and that's kind of been the way it's been for Northwestern so far in this game.
Yeah, but they
just haven't quite been there.
They have shown enough brilliance and enough of what we expected to see to get it back in.
Right.
As it is going to be an offensive foul called.
Yeah, Francois Donny Baba, illegal screen. Moving screens. We've seen that.
That's been the point of emphasis today, hasn't it?
We've seen that a ton throughout these two games so far, and it doesn't look like that's changing in this one.
Yeah, Levi White reaching around is going to pick up the personal foul here. And it's going to send Van Kalsbeek to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're in the bonus now, so we got 1-and-1 coming up.
72% free throw shooter, averaging almost 32 points per ball game. And he will hit that one.
Yeah, it's weird. Northwestern started the game really slow, didn't score for the first 2:50, and before that free throw there, they hadn't scored for the previous 3:39 of game time.
Van Kalsbeek 1 of 2. And Faulkner's done a good job with what I told you he averaged. He's got 5 points right now. That's a long way from 30-some-odd points.
It certainly is, and that's what you need to do if you're Faulkner against this Northwestern team. They only have a couple guys who really score, and so if you can hold them back, it's going to be tough for Northwestern to come away with a win.
Physicality is picking up. Misfiring is Micah Thomas, but somehow or other Faulkner retains possession of the ball. And this is a very physical ball game. It is not dirty.
No.
It is very physical. In the low block, the reverse layup is no good. And two players each have possession of that ball. Levi White for Faulkner and Corver for Northwestern. 23-22 is the score. Faulkner has the advantage, a 1-point lead, and we're down to 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Getting ready to check back in for Faulkner is Jordan Turner-Durley. So Durley is checking back in. Faulkner giving the highly ranked Northwestern team a run, as that is no good by KJ Rogers, and contact in the backcourt. As I just said, a lot of emotion in this contest. We're going to walk all the way down to the other side of the floor, and Jalen Langsey will be shooting free throws for Northwestern.
Yeah, Levi White for Faulkner put in a ton of effort on the boards, trying to get possession back for his team, and he just hasn't been able to do it.
Langsy misfires. You know, he's a 92% free throw shooter, but he missed that one.
Yeah, I mean, Northwestern there's something's off with the shooting right now.
Yeah.
They just have not had a consistent stroke in this one.
I'm going to give Faulkner's defense a lot of credit on that. And also, as I said earlier, you're playing this, you have different sight lines for the baskets. They're away, and sometimes it takes a while to hone in on that.
Yes.
And that is going to be up and no good by Rogers. And it will be Northwestern basketball as they try to retake the lead, 23-22. Faulkner with the advantage, 4:27 left to go in the first half. Van Helsbeek, he is powerful. He went through the contact and is going to get himself to the free throw line.
Nearly finished as well. That was a really impressive take through some serious difficulty. Two guys right in front of him, right through him to the bucket, but couldn't quite get the finish.
Rivera picks up the foul, and that is no good by Jesse Van Helsbeek. And Faulkner has just done a tremendous job on him in the first half. 72% free throw shooter, and he missed that first one. And he is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. As averages over 30, and right now they're holding him to 6. That's some pretty good Faulkner defense.
Sure is. Only 4 minutes left too, so it's not like he's, at 6 points through 5 minutes. It's through 16.
That's probably some of the best defense on him all year. And the baseline shot is going to be good by Rivera. Did I just see a tee get caught?
Yes.
Well, he got teed up there.
Rivera just picked up a technical foul for something that he said after shooting the three-point shot, and his coach is not happy.
And that will get you. And that free throw is up and good by Langsy, the sophomore out of Minnesota. Chicopee, Minnesota, as he puts both those in. And it is 26-25. 26-25 now the score.
And you never know, that could be a momentum changer there, Walt. That's 2 points for free at the free throw line after a technical foul.
Well, and it takes away the momentum of the three.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, that was a huge three. Van Helsbeek gets it rejected back. He gets it, kicks it back. A 15-footer is going to be no good by Langsy. I don't think Van Helsbeek's seen too many people throw that stuff back at him.
No, he does not. That's for sure. I mean, when you're averaging 31.2 per game, there's no way you're seeing that happen very often.
Down to 3:15 in the half. That is no good, and the rebound comes down to Northwestern. Across the timeline is Langsy, and driving strong toward the bucket. And scoring for Northwestern is going to be Brendan Reed, the sophomore from Eldridge, Iowa. And it's 27-26. Northwestern has taken a 1-point advantage over Faulkner. Down to 2:41. And we see a body hit the floor, and the offensive foul is going to be called on Faulkner, and that's going to be on Francois Dane Baba, the 6'4" wingman out of Savigny-le Temple, France. And for all the people in France watching, I apologize. When I took French in college, they told me I was the only Hick Southern Indiana French person they heard. That's going to get us to a timeout anyway. 27-26 Northwestern. We're back momentarily. You're watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN. At Kingsport, and Walt Ferber, Brendan Sweeney. Our director, Stephanie, today has done such an outstanding job, and I got to give her credit, as we got a great shot of one of the Faulkner players going into our camera. We kind of need that camera, and she went and got it fixed like instantaneously and had to leave us on our own here in the booth. And people that know me know it's not wise to leave me to my own devices. Van Helsbeck, I'm sure they're working to get him more involved in the offense as he puts that one in. And he's up now to 8 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 4 at the charity line. And a big drive, shoot, and score at the basket. Levi White makes it a 29-28 Northwestern lead. Back and forth. Baseline tray, as that was no good by Brendan Reed. Goes out of bounds. I tell you what, I traveled 6 hours for this today. This is good stuff.
Oh, it sure is. It's been super entertaining.
And that is going to be up and in. Brendan Reed with a layup makes it a 31-28 lead for Northwestern. They're back up to 3, and they take the ball away again. Northwestern of Iowa has had a ferocity about them in the last few minutes. Cordes gets the basketball back outside. Goes to Hammonds. Baseline back outside. A strong move. And Van Helsbeck with the stuff. And a great assist there by Jalen Langsy. Wow.
Great find by Langsy. You think he may be pulling up for a floater, but instead he just lobs it to the rim where Van Helsbeck flushes it down.
Well, you told me to expect that from him, and you've been right. 33-28 the score. As that is the biggest lead in the ball game for Northwestern. That's Cordes picking up the personal foul. That is his first personal foul of the contest, and that is going to send KJ Rogers to the free throw line. 9 points, the leading scorer for Faulkner. And he becomes the first double-digit scorer for Faulkner. 10 points now for Van Helsbeck, who I think may be starting to catch fire a little bit.
Yeah, I think he just had to get going a little bit. And once he gets going, he's tough to stop. And so, like we said earlier, momentum and runs in basketball are really, really important. And Northwestern's been playing a lot better offensively of late, and Van Helsbeck being involved in that is huge.
And we have about a half-second differential in the game clock. No, we have about a 3-second differential in the game clock and the time clock. So Northwestern can't get the final shot unless they get a rebound. Oh, and that doesn't hurt them any at all, as Cordes drains it from downtown. Shot at the buzzer is no good, and what a fun first half we have here at Kingsport in Game 2. 16th ranked Northwestern of Iowa, 36. Faulkner has 30. It is halftime. As Brendan and I, along with our great producer-director Stephanie, will be back coming up a little bit with the second half.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You can meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Preparations have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament. Anything that you might do, I'm gonna do too.
The atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this coming out coach.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. Unbelievable moment in this park of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Much in the air. So much in the air. I've been trying to, why? 'Cause I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. He can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena. En la favela suena. El techo se me llena. Toda mi gente lo siente.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping, because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Hey, did you get a hand?
Yeah. Oh my God. Every time with his team, man. Coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey! Okay, man! That boy lit! That boy lit!
Up. That's it. You got one more for you.
Got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi. You're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violent, man. Honestly.
Second half is underway, 36-30. Northwestern, and they fire up an early tray. That's Caleb Booth. It's no good, so they will reset. What a first half we had, and another downtown shot is going to be no good by Booth, and Faulkner has it now. And Northwestern had a hard time getting locked into their normal offensive proficiency. Give credit to Faulkner's defense, as sticking with it with Faulkner is Vogel, and Vogel gets a big bucket, and it is 36-32 now, but the answer there is by Manny Hammonds. The three-pointer's good. Jesse Van Hasselbeck gets the assist. 39-32, and man, we're getting back up hot and heavy. Micah Thomas.
Yeah, fast and furious scoring here to start the second half, and that's not how the first half started. We didn't have a point for the first minute and a half in the first half.
KJ Rogers with a little mustard on the top. And it is 39-36. Northwestern's lead is put to 3. What a bunch of entertaining contests. In the lane, that is the answer from Brendan Reed.
Boy, it's been a fun start here in the second half. The pace has been definitely frantic, but the team's scoring this time around instead of having trouble putting the ball in the bucket.
And another answer by Faulkner, as that was Durley that drained that one from the wing. And it is 41-39. Back to a 2-point game. I ran into one of the Oakland City assistant coaches, did my dinner order, as a matter of fact, but did that. And he said he was watching this kind of scouting because Oakland City has Faulkner in the first game tomorrow on Court A. He said, man, he was extremely impressed by the defensive intensity.
Oh, yeah, and that's, I guess a team like Northwestern, you're going to have to be intense defensively to be able to hold them to a manageable point differential for you to stay in a game.
Durley has a couple of quick baskets here in the second half, and we're tied at 41. But you got it down low. As Reed had a shot at it, it was off and no good, but he is going to be fouled. Rivera is going to pick up his third personal foul for Faulkner, and that's not good news for them.
No, and one of those, again, is the technical that he picked up in that first half.
Well, you said right then that that's Megan Rivera got that technical after he drained a big time three on the baseline. And quickly, Northwestern got two of those back, and it stopped the momentum push for Faulkner.
Yeah, at the time, Faulkner was up after that three-point shot by 5 points, and then those two free throws cut it to 3. And then shortly thereafter, Northwestern went on a bit of a run and took their first lead of the half.
A little fade away. A very makeable shot there. And that is misfired by misfired by Durley. But the answer, once again, the tree is Caleb Booth. And that puts it back to 45-41. This time, the shot is up and no good by Rivera. And Langsy drives. 45-41 the score. Downtown from the corner. It's no good by Caleb Booth.
When Booth is in there, he is certainly a threat from deep, and when he shot the ball, 3 of 7, it's a pretty good clip from beyond the arc. He's only played 8 minutes, though, because of the foul trouble he got himself in that first half.
But has made the most of the time he's there, as you said. A knock away, and they're still fighting for the ball, and Northwestern gets that 50-50 ball. As eventually it was Langsy coming up with it. It's appropriate that this tournament is called the show, because in this game in particular, offensively and defensively, both these teams have put on a show for the fans.
We have certainly been given a treat to watch in this game, and the one before that, Ave Maria, was a treat to watch. Their offensive efficiency. These two teams just really going at it with each other so far in this one, and it's been a pleasure to watch.
UT Southern, they looked good in spots too.
They did.
So there hasn't been any bad basketball that I have seen here. And as the Carpenter said a long time ago, we've only just begun. Three-pointer good. As Faulkner is putting their shots up, as that is Rivera once again for Faulkner. And it's 45-44.
And Rivera's up to 10. He's an important piece for this Eagle squad.
But somehow finding his way underneath is Brendan Reed, and it's 47-44. This is some of the best basketball in the country, and a solid drive to the bucket by Rivera. Foul is going to be called coming out of the contest. will be Brendan Reed. Coming in is Van Hulsen. Rims off, no good. Van Hulsen just in, gets the rebound. To Langsy, works top of the key. And the three off the wing is no good by Hammonds. I get the idea these teams are having fun out here. They're laying everything out.
Without a doubt. And really, I mean, you look on the other end, that last possession by Northwestern, they moved the ball so well, but they just didn't get the shot to go. Faulkner just now to the bucket, get the finish.
Well, that's K.J. Rogers. K.J. Rogers has been an absolute beast. 15 points for him. Rivera with 10 for Faulkner.
Yeah, Rogers game high 15. He's been really good, 5 of 10 shooting too. It's not like he's just chucking shots up and missing 2/3 of them. He is hit on 50% of his shots, which is always a good mark.
Yeah, a little bit off on that fire to Van Kelsvik. Like you got the feeling that he's going to get untracked. And that three-pointer's up and no good by Durley. Hitting the hardwood is Connor Van Hulsen.
His second personal. Second team.
Picking up a personal foul, Micah Thomas. That's his second personal foul. Starting to rack up the fouls a little bit for Faulkner in this game. Faulkner is just giving absolutely fierce defense. No open looks. And another block on Van Helsbeck. But it gets down to nitty-gritty time. And Jason Langsy buries it right before the shot clock expires.
That's a clutch shot by Langsy in a situation where Faulkner is just absolutely battening down the hatches, not allowing you to go anywhere. And then you knock down a three from well beyond the arc at the buzzer.
But I think coming into the game, Faulkner said, don't let Van Helsbeck beat us. And they have done a tremendous job. He's averaging well over 30 points a game. Right now, he's the leading scorer for Northwestern, but he's only got 10.
Right. And I think it's just the sheer number of chances that Van Kelsbeck has not had in the game that is what is keeping Faulkner in this one. They've done a nice job not allowing him to get the ball, to receive the ball, and even have those chances to score at the basket.
And they're attacking. They're not having a problem with using fouls and multiple players in their defense of Van Helsbeck in this game. Three-pointer, and that rims off no good, but a big-time rebound there by Van Hulsen. There's the cutter. The cutter to the basket is Manny Hammonds, the junior, out of Des Moines, Iowa, and Grandview Christian. And it's 52-46. Timeout. 12:37 left here in game 2 tonight on Court B. 52-46 the score. Northwestern. We're going to break. You're watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN. Kingsport, Tennessee, and we got a dandy going on here. Faulkner fighting 16th ranked Northwestern of Iowa. Tooth and toenail in this, and they have a 6-point lead. But Faulkner is battling. I like their style. In heavy traffic. That is a jump ball as Joe Webster got into some tall timber down there. Now Faulkner, Faulkner's not chopped liver. They're coming in 5-2.
Yeah, I mean, 5-2, that's a good record for a team. Northwestern's 7-2, ranked at number 16. They were actually ranked number 3 coming in before the last ranking in which they had lost both of their games.
Now a whistle call. We'll see. Foul is going to be called on Jalen Langsey. That is his second personal foul. Faulkner working it as they're down to 9 on the shot clock. And the ball is taken away by Isaac Cordes. Van Helsbeek passes and scores. That's what Van Helsbeek needs to do.
Great pass. When you know that you're the focal point of the offense and the other team's trying to stop you specifically, if you're going to find open players on cuts, and that's exactly what he did on that play.
Well, Manny Hammonds got the bucket. He's got 9 points, and it's 54-46. Northwestern has pulled up by 8 points. Solid defense, but Faulkner continues to battle, and getting the rebound in heavy traffic was Brendan Reed. Van Helsbeek kicking it back outside, opening up the lane. Van Helsbeek, when they double down on him now, he's distributing the ball. 2 seconds left. The shot. That's the way to use the shot clock. Isaac Cordes out of Shakopee, Minnesota, puts the biscuit in the basket, and it's 56-46. Northwestern by 10. Baseline tray, that rims off and is no good. As Gabriel Rivera, as KJ Rogers is going to pick up the personal foul there for Faulkner.
What I've been realizing recently offensively for Northwestern when they get into their sets, the ball movement has been crisp lately.
Very.
Recent possessions specifically, they have been finding open men everywhere.
There's Van Helsbeek.
Van Helsbeek right there just battling through the defense and finding a way to get it off glass and down.
A hard-earned 12 points for Van Helsbeek. Almost lost out of bounds. Faulkner holds on to the basketball. And the three-pointer will rim off. Van Helsbeek gets the rebound. Northwestern in a hurry, coast to coast. And is Jalen Langsey, and a timeout is called. Northwestern's lead is expanded to 14 at 60-46. 9:38 left in the game. You're watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN. 9:38 left to go in day one for you and I at the show. Brendan, it has been something else. You talked about the passing. I have not seen passing, crisp passing like we've seen today in a long time.
Yeah, it's been really impressive. Northwestern, especially recently, since they've gone on this run here in the second half, they have been in sync all the way around, and I haven't seen any issues with anything they've been doing offensively in the last 5 minutes or so.
And the answer there by K.J. Rogers, who is keeping Faulkner in the ballgame. Rogers got 17 points now, 60 to 4. That's going to bounce out of bounds. 60 to 48 to score. As Northwestern starting to lay a little distance in this.
Yeah, and Talsbeck has drawn a foul, which we haven't seen much of from him today. I think before this one, had only had 4 free throw attempts coming in to this trip to the line. So that's a positive for him to see some chances at the stripe.
That foul was on Levi White. That's his third foul.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Levi White when he's been on the floor. He's given some energy, especially in the post. Rebounding the basketball has been good from him. And so it's unfortunate to have him off the floor now if you're Faulkner for that energy piece, getting rebounds on the defensive end.
Van Kalsbeck has moved his total up to 14 for today. It's 62-48. Fadeaway shot from the elbow is no good by K.J. Rogers. I think his legs may be getting a little tired from that.
Yeah.
He's held them in the contest. Van Kalsbeck is now starting to exert his influence.
He sure is, and I think at some point we were always expecting that to happen. And maybe it happened a little later than we expected, but he's certainly showing up now in the late stages.
16 points for him. And the drive and the shoot and the score is there for Durley.
Strong move by Turner Durley, right around the man to the baseline.
But you know what? When Van Kalsbeck wasn't scoring, he was facilitating.
Yes.
He was getting the ball in the right place. Take a picture. There has not been many unforced errors by Northwestern tonight. That's going to go off Reed out of bounds and will go to Faulkner.
Yeah, for Northwestern, before that turnover there, I don't remember that if they've had. It's probably been at least 5 minutes since their most recent turnover prior to that one, as they've really played a crisp and clean brand of basketball recently.
And a takeaway there. Van Hasselbeck, but they hurried him a little bit. Vogel did a good defensive play and slowed him up. Punched away by Northwestern. Off to the races. Yes, and one for Jalen Langsy, the sophomore out of Chicopee, Minnesota.
That's a great finish by Langsy. He was obviously hit pretty hard across the arms going up on that one, and just able to finish through contact. And that's what you ask for from your guards, and to be able to finish through contact at the bucket, give yourself a chance for that extra point at the line.
Langsy is a 92% free throw shooter. And hits that, as the late great Stuart Scott would say, cooler than the other side of the pillow. 67 to 50. How did that become a 17-point lead?
Oh, I know. It just happens in a flash. The good teams will do that to you, man. They'll lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's a 17-point game.
But don't go to sleep on K.J. Rogers. He just added 2 more to the total.
No doubt.
And he's holding Faulkner in there. 67-52 now. 7-11 to go in the ball game. We're going to break. You're watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee. This is SESN.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Yeah, I tell you what, you and I are going to see this Northwestern team first game tomorrow. And you know who they play? They play Ave Maria. Is that going to be a great game or what?
It sure is. That's two top 20 teams in the nation coming up tomorrow morning when we get back here to the show.
No good on the shot. Durley works down for Faulkner. That's no good. Northwestern has the basketball. And misfiring is Jesse Van Kelsbeck. And there's going to be a foul. Nothing easy has came for Jesse Van Kelsbeck today. You know, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
So he's going to do nothing but get better.
Yeah, that's a scary thought for everyone within the Great Plains Athletic Conference for sure. GPAC, Northwestern typically is a star in the GPAC, and really every year they're always competitive near the top of that conference, if not at the top. And I don't see that being the case for at least 3 more years with Van Kelsbeck there.
Not to be denied. Going strong to the bucket. Joe Webster gets the bucket as he has 6 points. Reed has the foul. And a possibility for an old-fashioned 3-point play for Webster.
Faulkner's not going away here, Walt. They're trying to get back in this thing. It was just 17. It's back down to 12 pretty quickly.
I figure there's at least one more run in this game. And the tray this time, it is no good. KJ Rogers with the board for Faulkner. And you brought this up. Northwestern's not shot the ball nearly as well as they normally do tonight.
Yeah, 7 of 24 from distance. They typically shoot a lot better than that from deep. And that really, I think, has been the reason that they've struggled so much offensively.
Coming back, Webster again.
And really, Northwestern as a team not shooting that poorly. They're shooting 52.9% at 27 of 51. But the three-point shooting has been where they've struggled. They haven't been able to score it the way that they're used to.
Now they got it back to 10. It's 67-57 Northwestern. Another break. You are watching night number 1 of the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN. Northwestern, a great pass by Van Helsman, gets it to Connor Van Hulsman, the senior out of Edgerton, Minnesota, and it's 69-57. So Northwestern gets the answer when they need to. A three-pointer, KJ Rogers, no good, and the long rebound is tapped down to Caleb Booth. 5 minutes plus. Taking his time. Could have eaten his lunch out there, but Langsy misses this one. You know, we talked about, you're right, that Northwestern not hitting on their normal efficiency, but you said, heck, they're shooting 52%. If I'm coaching a team and you said at the end of the night you're going to shoot 52%, I'm going to take that most of the time.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, they've done a great job inside. I mean, they have had no trouble scoring when they've gotten the ball to the bucket. I think maybe they've taken just a few too many from deep.
Yes.
And I think that has turned into some empty possessions. 7 of 26 now from distance in this game are the Red Raiders.
Well, they made it difficult for Jesse Van Helsbeek underneath.
Yes.
And nothing for him has come easy tonight. As a cutter in the lane, Connor Van Hulsen gets that one to go. And it's up to 14 points now. It's 71-57. 4 minutes and change left here in game 2.
I've been very impressed with Van Hulsen in his limited minutes. He's come in and provided really an option to score. He's also been a decent playmaker as well, has an assist in the game. And there's a rebound right there.
And he is a senior. He's provided senior leadership for Northwestern in this one. At 3:50 left, Northwestern does not need to get in a hurry.
Yeah, smart play here. Just use as much clock as you can on each possession. Don't allow Faulkner to get back in this thing.
And KJ Rogers not only scores, he plays some pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Blocks that one out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play by Rogers to not let Booth use the up and under move that time.
Not successfully anyway.
No, not successfully.
Van Helsbeek drives, but he's hurrying stuff just a little bit tonight. 71-57.
Just a little strong off the window from Van Helsbeek on that shot.
That's going to go out of bounds. The three by Gabriel Rivera. 3:20 left and 71-57.
You know, you could say from both sides the three-point shot was not the friend of the offense today. Both teams below 30%. For Faulkner, 4 of 19. So Rivera has taken 10 of those and went 2 of 10. So it's been a tough day for him shooting from distance.
Oh yeah, both teams will do better on most nights.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a foul. But a well-earned win. This would be the 8th win of the year for Northwestern College. Van Helsbeek goes to the free throw line. .72% free throw shooter for the year. It's the first one. He's been to the line a lot, 88 times coming in. With 63 of 88. In and out. Faulkner needs points. It's no good. Van Helsbeek has the board, but a Northwestern foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Van Helsbeek for that foul, saying it hit him across the arm on the swing down from straight up.
I tell you, I'm looking forward to that Northwestern Ave Maria game tomorrow.
So am I.
Faulkner and Oakland City going to go at it. And I said that one of the assistant coaches coming over and talking to me about that, and it was impressed the dickens out of Faulkner tonight. Yeah. Oakland City got a win over there on Court A against Columbia in their first game this evening. And that is good by Florence Story Baba. And it's 72-59. Actually, that's my retirement day job now. I'm in the athletic department at Oakland City University. Van Helsbeek, hey man, he's not giving up. It was in a battle royale with Levi White going down the floor. And he's going back to the free throw line. I can tell you one thing, you're not going to intimidate Jesse Van Helsbeek
nope.
of
No
Northwestern.
Doubt. Yeah, and Levi White is going to give his best effort every single time he's defending somebody with the ball, and he did. Ran with him the whole length of the floor.
Van Helsbeck's going to be tired and probably have a few bruises after tonight. What a drive by K.J. Rogers. 21 points for Rogers tonight, 72-61. And time is running short, but they have it back to 11, at least for a little bit.
It's not out of reach yet, and if Northwestern continues to struggle shooting at the free throw line, which they have, they're only 9 of 15 today, that's 60%. If they continue to struggle at the line, they could certainly find themselves back in this.
Langsy at the free throw line, the 6'1 sophomore hits that one. Langsy 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 3-point shooting, and 4 of 5 at the charity line. 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. That's not a bad day at the office.
No, stuff in the stat sheet.
74-61. A drive, a hard drive to the basket, and that is good by Rivera. 74-63, taken away by Faulkner. Rogers misfires, but Baba is there to score. It's under 10, 74-65, but only 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Yeah, K.J. Rogers hit with the foul here. Faulkner bench not happy with the call that time.
K.J. Rogers picking up his 3rd personal foul at the free throw line. Will be Jason Langsy. 5 of 6 now, 6 of 7 at the free throw line. 16 points for Langsy. 1 point behind Van Kalsbeck for the lead, and that's tied now. Each of those fine gentlemen have 17 points, 76-65. Off the glass, that's what that is there for. Joe Webster.
Boy, Faulkner will not go away here in the late going.
I like their spunk.
Yeah.
Langsy with that foul, that's his 3rd. At the free throw line. It is up, and that's no good. It's tapped around, and Northwestern comes up with the ball. Under 2 minutes.
Red Raiders certainly going to use clock here on this possession. Webster is going to try and hound them up top to get it back, though.
I'd say they have defended Van Kalsbeck big time. How long do you think he's been waiting to do that?
All game, Walt. He definitely exuded some confidence going up to the basket that time with that slam.
He gets a block, and I think he's going to pick up a personal foul. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. So some free throws, a chance to get closer without the clock moving now for Faulkner. And those are platinum right now. You can't afford to miss those. Bob, a misfiring there.
No doubt. That is a shot you cannot afford to be missing late in the game like this at the charity stripe when you're trailing by 11.
Missed them both. And you're going to send the high-scoring sophomore, Jesse Van Kalsbeck, to the free throw line. As there is 1 minute and 24 seconds, that lead is at 11 points. Van Kalsbeck with that last flush, the dunk, has 19, make it 20. He's not had a bad night, 7 of 12 from the field. His free throw shooting a little under normal at 6 of 10. 7 of 11 now. And it is 80-67. But the clock is going as Rogers has it. Fade away from 15 is no good. Pulling down that rebound is Caleb Booth. So I think probably the only thing to be decided is the final score.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, too much clock has come off for Faulkner to have any sort of realistic chance.
But Rogers isn't done, and he takes it coast to coast and scores. K.J. Rogers, the game's leading scorer, with 23 points, and it's 80-69. Down to the final seconds in this one. A strong drive and a very acrobatic bucket by Jalen Langsy that about puts it out, as that's 82-69. And coming down with a rebound there is Langsy. And the time will expire, and 82-69 is the final score. And it is Northwestern picking up another win here tonight. Quickly looking at the scoring for Northwestern. Van Kalsbeek, 21 points, 19 for Langsy. Then 9 each for Hammonds, Booth, Reed, 8 for Van Hulsen, who I was impressed with, came off the bench and gave some good minutes. 8 points for him, 7 points for Cordes. For Faulkner, 23 points for K.J. Rogers. Rivera ends up with 11 points for Webster, 8 for Vogel. 7 for Turner Durley. You've got 2 points for Baba, 2 points for White. We have, and just some final thoughts on this game. I want to talk a little bit about tomorrow.
Yeah.
What we've got coming up.
Well, for this one, I thought Faulkner played really well considering the circumstance against a team that's in the top 20 in the nation in Northwestern, and a team that really was always going to be difficult. Their defense, to me, was really impressive. Even though Northwestern finishes at 51% shooting, I think defensively, Faulkner, just the pressure that they put on the Red Raiders all game was huge. But Northwestern, for them, a great job to just come away in the second half with enough to just drive them past Faulkner. Even though it's a difficult situation being defended so tough, I think that they did a really nice job in the second half, specifically coming up with some good, efficient offense.
Okay, let's look at, we got a good day. How about this for our opener tomorrow? Ave Maria, who won the first game, they're undefeated. They're going to take on Northwestern, the winner of game 2. That's going to be a fun game. Then we have Columbia versus Freed Hardeman in game 2.
Freed Hardeman, a team who's in the top 10 in the nation.
Warner versus Campbellsville, game 3. Mobile versus Georgetown in game 4. And Shawnee State, who we're going to lose. I'm working the River States Conference. Going to lose them out of River States. They're going D2.
Yeah, they are.
And they're going to be taking on Union. 5 big games tomorrow. Close out with 3 on Sunday here in Court B. IU East Warner, Campbellsville Mobile, and Georgetown versus Shawnee State. And I tell you what, Brendan, this has been fun. I've enjoyed working with you. And how could we go wrong? Stephanie has been taking care of us left, right, and sideways, directed and fixed the camera simultaneously in this game. So it's been great. We do want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. There's also a full schedule of action with Gabriel Schrey over on Court A. So you can see 20 games in all between now and Sunday. So for all of our SESN team, this is Walt Ferber saying so long for now. You're watching the show from Kingsport, Tennessee on SESN.